And now I push the record
Nice.
button.
So here's what I was gonna say
Oh,
is that
Enterprise. Oh, again. Oh.
Damn it.
Maybe try.
What I was gonna
pick
say
up
is
with
that-
Summers first.
so one of the examples that I saw on the
Why
forums
not?
last year, I think it was, or the year before, is you just have, you know how each upgrade or each improvement to a ship is just an icon you click on and you research or whatever.
Yeah.
You just have one that's modernization is just its own. It's off to the side, and it would be the fifth or sixth row down, and it's probably the most. The other
like
thing
the
is,
concept,
mm-hmm.
but I don't think it would be very easy for them to implement something like
Actually,
that.
Of money
depends on
to
how
make
they
all the
remodel
model.
the ship.
Yeah.
It depends on how they model the ships. If they did it like the way that most game developers do, you do it modular. So all the things they just model once, and then they plop it around across the
Yeah.
ship.
But then, if we're talking,
Just have to toggle
They
on
do.
and off.
They do that, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, exactly.
As
That's
someone
what I
who
was
skins
thinking.
ships occasionally, they do. All the turrets
Okay.
are one design.
the point I'm making
Yeah, exactly.
here, though,
So-
with it being difficult, look at a U.S. standard battleship. Like, look at Nevada when she launched, pre-Jutland, and then look at her in 1941, and then look at her at the end of the World War II. They are basically unrecognizable compared to each other.
Okay, in that
Well,
regard,
look at
yes.
West Virginia.
Yeah,
Look at West Virginia, for example.
Yeah, that's an even better
the thing is,
rebuild.
the Atlanta, for example, is the differences between her AA, her pre Pearl Harbor fit versus her final fitting before being sunk.
You're talking
is-
swapping some turrets and changing the fire director a bit.
And adding in her radar, which is
which
not-
is a
I mean-
problem.
yeah, exactly. In that regard, in that case, that specific situation, it wouldn't be too difficult.
However,
But yes, you're right. There are certain things, certain ships in the war that would
I'd-
be very difficult.
I'd prefer to them have, like, keep Atlanta what she is in her pre-war fit, right? And then just
German
say
car
go
drivers cutting you up.
anti-kamikaze Reno or something.
San Diego would be or San Juan, because they had the 8 turrets. They're the only ones that had the 8 turrets.
Yeah.
Because the Oaklands had 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
you said San
Um,
Diego. And I've been playing Azure Lane and Sandy.
That's actually one number one.
Sandy is number one.
But yeah, what was I going to say? Also, on the mark of that, C-class anti-aircraft cruisers, or Effingham, which basically got rebuilt as a 6-inch cruiser, or Danae with her total reconstruction.
Can we have HMS Porcupine? With the special ability to split and deploy a second ship.
Yes.
I need
Multi-vector
context.
assault
with
mode.
Saucer separation.
HMS Zubian went.
Oh, I don't know that one.
That's the tribal class destroyer of World War One that was half HMS Zulu, half HMS Nubian. They
Ah,
just-
stitched her up in a Frankenstein. And now I proceed to burn and turn to the left for the rest of this match.
They did a little bit of trolling, you might say.
I'm presently warspiting.
Don't lock anything for more than about 3 seconds.
What you want to bet that Gaijin's gonna fucking premium the shit out of Warspite when she comes?
Warspite's going to be a premium, 100%.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
they'd be-
no.
That's just sensible
Yeah.
business decision.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know,
because,
exactly.
because they all know we would buy it.
What?
That's not even Gaijin bad. That's just sensible business.
What's the
Okay,
fuck
so
up?
what the? Okay, question.
Oh, does that mean it's going
They had the fucking USS Alaska in the that one when they announced battleships. Where the fuck is Alaska? They had her in there.
So they're not going to add it anymore just to spite him.
No, I think them adding her. I think them adding her would actually spite him more because then he would have to like come back and see how good or bad she is.
And then she's fucking appalling because it's a War Thunder. It's a War
And
Yeah,
Thunder.
because her
exactly.
torpedo
Holding
protection
challenge.
isn't modeled.
Oh, you know what would be terrible? If you know how they like making premiums earlier fits? Imagine if they gave
Yeah.
Warspite the original superstructure.
Oh, that's cursed!
Wait,
That's
did she get a
not-
retrofit later in
Yeah,
the war?
the Queen Anne's Mansion
Yes.
was a retrofit.
She got fully rebuilt between 1936 and 1930 something, I forget.
7.
Thank you. Yeah, my brain did
Warspite was the proto-modernization for the QEs, and as such, she's kind of a half-assed job of it. So she kept a few of her 6-inch guns instead of having them replaced with the, the saucer 4.5-inch mounts.
Yeah, and she got 4 inches instead. Of 4.5.
You mean the UFO ones?
Which are actually probably better in game because they fire faster and the range issue doesn't matter.
Yeah, unfortunately. But then they're also...
Is Northampton still garbage?
Northampton is 5-0.
I know I'm in her, but I haven't.
Right.
Again, I've been.
It's got nice guns.
Fine garbage.
Leipzig.
Like,
It's not a Pensacola.
Oh, garbage, and you just said Leipzig. I love that. I don't know if that was intentional or you were just calling out a Leipzig, but
I'm calling out the Leipzig.
my rudder has decided to function again, and I'm no longer
was your
on
bridge
fire.
on fire?
It's probable, yeah.
Well, then that'd be it then.
Law.
But yay,
Law.
my hovercraft is no longer
Leipzig.
full of eels.
Leipzig. By the way, Mag, you're a
Leipzig,
bitch.
these nuts.
Wait, what?
I remember a match when you were sat there murdering me repeatedly.
Oh,
I hate you.
I love you.
I was
too.
in like a battle and you were just sat there in your summers.
But I love you, True.
To be fair, he is
Well,
playing
there goes
some
my
instead of
front
Porter. He's playing the Thinking Man's. OP piece of shit.
There goes my
I'm
forward mag.
supporting my team.
I don't know, the Summers has such a gigantic front magazine. It's a bit of a liability.
So, to think about it this way, Burner, I have
No, there's a Sumner murdering me, help.
talismans on 3
Oh yeah,
US
Sumner's
ships.
4.7 now too, isn't it? Sumner's the same BR as
Oh,
Sledgehammer.
cool. All my. By the way, all turrets are down on the.
Another Leipzig in front of you.
Summers
Yeah.
is 5-0.
Can I just point out? No, Sumner. I said.
Oh yeah, Sumner didn't get its BR changed.
Also, Sumner is now the same BR as HMS Jervis.
And Kako.
Yeah, but Kako's
the
significantly better.
I know,
Yeah, Kako
it's just
is-
funny though.
Hey, it's a lower BR than Phelps.
Did Trenton go up? Not Trenton, Trento.
Trento
Yeah,
went up
Trento
by
went
1,
up.
so it's
Oh,
effectively
that's
still
good.
4.7. It's effectively
Oh.
still 4.7.
Oh, hello there,
Um,
Mr. Moffat.
Also, the Attila Regolo and Etna did not go up, somewhat understandably for Etna.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
but
'cause they
it's
suck.
terrible.
Attila Regolo isn't that bad in my opinion. Etna is fucking dire though.
I think
The Regola has no armor.
a lot
Yeah,
of
I
the
know, but-
issues with the Italians is that they aren't given they aren't put in the position that they were intended to be in. Like the Italians, their fleet was designed to go, okay, the enemy is here, zoop, whack them at long range, turn around and run home. They weren't intended for protracted brawls at close quarters.
HMS Sydney says hi. For references to how that could go horribly, horribly wrong IRL.
Sorry, the first thing that came to mind was, and the Americans sank Canberra.
To be fair, they sort of did. Does anyone...
If they had waited half an hour longer, Canberra would have been fine.
Oh no, I meant in the,
Why is this guy smoking?
the torpedo that hit Canberra might have been a Mark 14.
That can't be right, it wouldn't have hurt it.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Of
Canberra
course.
did truly have astonishingly bad luck. Canberra both had amazingly good luck in that she wasn't as fucked as Chicago and Astoria.
Oh, there's a Detroit right next
But
to me
then
on
she
the
had the
beach.
bad luck of having the Americans pointing a
Um,
pistol at the back of her head.
How is it called?
Yeah.
That chevron, the yellow shit that I can show you.
Also, can we point out that,
The squad
During
during the
monitor.
Battle of Savo Island...
Yeah.
Sorry. Something that often isn't mentioned. During the Battle of Savo Island,
How is it
Canberra
called?
still had her original belt.
Mm.
She also didn't have an AA upgrade like Australia did, so she had the single 4 inches. The
Fun.
ancient single 4 inches. Yeah. She was just very bad by 1942.
But
I love her. I'm contractually obligated to love her for obvious reasons, but like... Yeah, she was just kind of dog shit by 1942.
mm.
We have much...
Was there a Darwin
Yeah,
at
right.
any point?
Unfortunately, no. They probably could have just transferred us one of the, like, 7 Danaes that were fucking around. in Abdicom so that we could have named it Darwin. That would have been pretty pog. Then again, I suppose she'd have gone to New Zealand instead because they knew how to run them. And we didn't.
Hold on, I'm just looking at the index now.
Tone.
You don't want to know how many ships have been called HMS Desperate.
It's a lot.
Or Dispatch.
Yep, that's a lot too.
Dark Defender, Dark Explorer, Dark Fighter, Dark Gladiator, Dark Hero, Dark Highwayman, Dark Horseman, Dark Hunter, Hussar, Intruder, Invader, Killer, Darkness, Dark Knight, Rover, Scout.
Darkness. HMS.
Yeah, Admiralty
HMS.
Wood, Non-Standard, some yacht of some description. Dauntless, Dasher, David Dillon, Dawlish?
David Dillon? Or
Yeah.
two or one?
To be fair, there's like HMS
1919.
Rosalind.
Oh yes, there we go,
HMS
Darwin.
Rowena.
Royal Australian oh, cancelled.
Also, it would have been post-war because Darwin was tiny until
It was
1952.
1969.
Yep.
I was thinking more named after the dude, but like the city is, but I suppose if they were naming a ship after the or after Charles, they wouldn't have given it to the Australians. And then we have the Adelaide class frigate Darwin, made Seattle 1982, broken up in Washington 2019.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And that's the only two entries in here for that.
Yeah, the Adelaides were like
There's a
big.
bomber in our fleet. It's dead. Thank you.
Anyhow, I hope the nuclear submarines work for you.
I do too. The entire submarine debacle has been a complete mess that is oh wait, am I allowed to get into politics here?
I mean, I'm just going ha-ha because it pisses off the commies, but
yeah, the
So-
whole issue is more that the existing government is basically trying to cover up their previous fuck-up with the submarines by buying a set of new submarines.
well, I mean, I suppose going with the American nuclear option as opposed to continuing with the French balls up, then is a pretty decent cover-up.
The French.
True. I'm just quite annoyed that we were in that
There's
situation.
a
in the
Tony
first place.
moving on
Yes.
to A.
We should have just. Sorry. If we wanted diesel or electric, we should have just bought shitty Soyuz. Like they wouldn't have met the requirements, but the attack class was never going to meet the requirements either.
You know,
so at
they
least it
could've
would have
just
not
made
met the
some.
requirements. Would have at least not met the requirements much more cheaply, you know.
I mean, come on, the Australians managed to pull a functional submachine gun out of their butts. They managed to pull a somewhat functional tank design out of nowhere.
I mean, the Collins were quite good. Like, from everything I've heard, the Collins, after their fixing and after DiCeno decided to take an unexplained trip to the seafloor, unexpected trip to the seafloor, were quite.
What was?
Good.
Wasn't there a submarine that was lost by the Russian government off the coast of Africa somewhere?
I mean, they've lost a lot of nuclear shit. I think the US accidentally dropped something like 8 nuclear bombs off the coast of Spain and never found all of them.
I mean, they dropped some nukes accidentally in, like, South Carolina that one time.
Accidentally, yes.
Yeah, as in they fell out the plane.
like
Like,
why
straight
are
up,
they supposed
like,
to?
like they weren't armed, straight up.
Well,
But,
out of the plane makes sense.
Wait, I thought all
No,
of
there's
the one,
literally
like,
a
worked.
there's literally a Russian sub that was like lost all hands. I have to look it up. It was last year actually. It was a big fiasco, and I believe it was the Russian government. Here, I'll look it up now that we're done.
Also, it really pisses me off because my favorite political party is being very stupid about the nuclear subs.
What else is new?
What else is new about politics being stupid?
What else is new?
It's just
Politics
like-
being stupid and the left wing not liking nuclear anything.
Yeah, pretty much. To be fair, they do